Hello, my name is Barbara and I am a behavior tech. Today we're going to talk about behavior measurement. So ABA, we use the measurement to understand the relation between behavior and environment. Also, the measurement is very important in ABA because it can help the behavior analyst to work on skill acquisitions and also for maintenance and generalization of the behavior that are social significant. The first measurement that we're going to discuss about is rate. Rate is basically just counting the number of the responses in a determined period of time, and it is used more often in behaviors that are free operant, that is the behaviors that do not depend on discriminative stimulus. So for example, if I set a timer right now of 10 seconds and then ask you to take rate measurement on my behavior of clapping hands, in 10 seconds I will be clapping my hand, and then you just need to count how many times I'm gonna be clapping my hands. So for example, it can be 5 times, 4 times that I clap hands in 10 seconds. The second measurement that we're gonna talk right now is the duration. That is basically you taking data from the onset of a behavior until the end of the behavior. It's the whole time that the behavior is happening. So it's very used in behaviors that have high rate. So for example, you can use duration for a client that is doing a tantrum, so you can see how long the tantrum is gonna be long. So for example, if I have a behavior of scratch my face, and then I ask you to be taking data on how long does it happen, I'm gonna be like itching my face, and then you're gonna take the duration, how long it's gonna take me to start and finish. How long it's gonna take? It can take like 1 minute, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, right? The third measurement is gonna be latency. Latency is, of course, when we start to measure the onset of a stimulus until the initiation of a response. So to understand, to illustrate the case, let's imagine a student and she engages in fights at school every time that a peer talk to her and she feels provoked, right? The behavior analyst needs to set the timer, set the measurement to understand how long it takes for her to respond to the provocations. Like that, the behavior analyst can work on strategies to help her to engage in interactions before before it start this fight, right? The last measurement is gonna be the interresponse time. That is basically taking data, measuring the end of a response to the beginning of another response. In the case, have to be the same response. So for example, let's have a client that is tapping his head all the time, right? So every time that he taps his head is a beginning, right? So he got an onset, and then he's gonna stop, and then he's gonna do it again. This time between the end of one response to the second response, that is the same response, it's gonna be what we wanna track. That's it. Thank you so much for watching.